Okay, Manchester United fans, faithful lovers of football, this is your boy, Elder of the Man United TV. And I say welcome to all of you who are streaming from all over the world, from UK, Singapore, India, Vietnam, Morocco, Zambia, Kenya, Nigeria, anywhere you are streaming from, Cameroon, Sierra Leone, wherever it is, I say welcome today. Yes, we have lots and lots of things to talk about. Yes, so guys, I'm waiting for you. Come on one, come on all. Yes, if you're seeing my face for the first time, click on the subscribe button. Yes, and also turn on the notification, because every time we drop a video, you are gonna get it. So guys, let us go ahead and talk about some of the most interesting things coming out from Old Trafford right now. We know Dyche is training with Manchester United and it looks really, really good. Right? According to Ruben Amorim, Dyche is looking at coming back against Nottingham Forest. Yeah, he's looking at making a return against Nottingham Forest. He wants to do that as soon as possible. And we all know that Ruben Amorim will not want that to happen. Look at it. Luke Shaw is performing really, really well, and there will be no need to rush Dyche to come back, into the fold. So I think that Ruben Amorim would want to manage that properly. Also, we have to give credits to Ruben Amorim for how he's managed the injuries or injury-prone players this season. He's actually been looking at ways that would make all of the injury-prone players will not get injured easily, and also to be able to quickly notice the injury scares and also get them off the book. And this is why we see a player like Mason Mount, who was out in the last game, is making a return against Nottingham Forest. Also, Ruben Amorim states that he does not know much about Harry Maguire, because Harry Maguire might not be coming back. That means that Harry Maguire might not be fit. We also know that Nons Mazraoui was on the bench for the last game, so we do not know how quick Nons Mazraoui will be fit enough to come in. Yes, and there is an important news that is out there. Manchester United is looking at getting Aston Villa's. Yeah, is it Aston Villa or West Ham Lucas Paqueta? We are Manchester United. The rumor is that Manchester United is looking at getting Lucas Paqueta in the January transfer window, so that he would be able to come in and play in the place of Brian Mbeumo when we lose him to the AFCON that will be happening around that period. So it's going to be actually a very interesting one to see if Manchester United will be able to go ahead and get that deal done. Lucas Paqueta to me is actually a very good player. He's been solid for West Ham in recent months, and I think that he will be a very vital addition to Manchester United squad. All of the players, like Jason Wilcox said in his interview, the Manchester United will not just go out there to sign players. What we are looking for are players who will fit into the Ruben Amorim system, but furthermore, players who have that ability and mentality to take the pressure at Manchester United. This is very, very important for Ruben Amorim. Yes, welcome guys. Welcome Ataves man. Welcome. These names are really difficult. Archie Roblo. Welcome guys. Welcome. Thank you for coming out here. Yes, welcome. Thank you. We are as we know, this is my name is Elder. I'm streaming from Nigeria. This is Man United Elder TV, and we are discussing Manchester United, right? Let us talk about the game against Nottingham Forest tomorrow. Manchester United will be looking at getting a fourth win on the roll, so that we can actually stake a claim getting into the first into the top four. We know that we've not won a game against Nottingham Forest in the last two games. Yeah, Nottingham Forest has actually won against Manchester United, and the last time we got a win over Nottingham Forest it was in 2024. So we'll be looking at getting one over Nottingham Forest as we travel down to the City Ground on Saturday 4:30 p.m. Nigerian time so that we can be able to get one. I hope that we can be able to get one over Nottingham Forest. If you are seeing my face for the first time, kindly click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button. I have a lot of videos in my channel that discusses varieties of topics at Manchester United. We have the pre-match analysis of the game against Nottingham. Also, we have reaction of the games that we've played in the past. You can go ahead and actually watch most of the games, most of the videos in the channel. So thank you guys for joining. Like I said, my name is Elder. I'm streaming from Nigeria. Thank you for joining this channel. Yes, this live broadcast. We are talking about how Manchester United will be able to deal with the game against Nottingham Forest, knowing that we have not been able to get a win in 2 matches against Nottingham Forest, and we just want to be able to get that win. We know what is going on at Forest right now. We know the change of managers and all of that. And Ruben Amorim's reaction to Dyche's statement has been trending. That is actually a good one. I thought that Ruben Amorim was modest with the way he responded to Dyche. You know, when Manchester United was going through all of the turmoil that was happening around March, I think that Dyche made a statement that with if he was giving the Manchester United team with 4-4-2 formation, that he was going to win much more games than Ruben Amorim. Already Ruben Amorim has been asked about that statement, and he has gone ahead to say that clearly Dyche made a very good statement, you know, as a pundit. And then but he has a different style of play. He has a school of thought, and he believes that Manchester United will be playing the style that he wants Manchester United to play in. So that is a very good one. So if you're seeing this video or you're seeing my face for the first time, kindly give the live a thumbs up. Yes, give the live a thumbs up. And also you can join the fan channel. You can send in super chats. You can send super stickers. You know, you can send super thanks. Anyone you do, it is blessings upon you, blessings, and all of that is just to support the channel as we move forward. So thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for hating Man U. Dennis Sky, you said I hate Man U. Thank you for hating Man U. You know, we all love Manchester United, right? Thank you so much. So guys, let us move forward. Let us talk about the unsung heroes. Like, we want to mention some of the unsung heroes at Manchester United. We know that when we look at all of the players that are playing for Manchester United at this moment, we will clearly see that Mbeumo and Konya are actually top of the list of players who are affecting Manchester United positively this season. Also, what we have to also understand that we have some players who are actually giving Manchester United 110% of themselves, and because they are not scoring these goals, probably we are not noticing them. One of them is Matthias de Ligt. I can tell you that when you look at the stats, Matthias de Ligt looks like one of the best center backs in the league right now. Yes, he is very solid. You know, he's tenacious. He puts in those tackles. He's very, very keen to Manchester United being up there as a team, and that is why I think that Matthias de Ligt has done so well for Manchester United this season. He's been a very good leader. He's bossed that back line very, very well, and he's been able to communicate with Sonny Lamens in the ways that has given Manchester United solidity at the back. Yes, if we look at Sonny Lamens, in 3 games he's considered 3 goals, but Manchester United have actually scored 4-2. That is 8 goals. Yes, Manchester United have scored 8 goals in 3 games and conceded 3, which is actually a very good record for Sonny Lamens, Matthias de Ligt, Lenny Yoro, Luke Shaw, and also Harry Maguire, who has come in at a time. So Manchester United looks really, really good. Yes, Manchester United looks really, really good. And I know that Matthias de Ligt, his move to Juventus actually gave him some level of maturity before he came to Manchester United. We all know that Manchester United wanted him before he went to Juventus. Yeah, Manchester United was keen on getting Matthias de Ligt. He was really, really good as a young player playing for Ajax. You know, when he played for Ajax in the Europa League against Manchester United, the Europa League final, when Jose Mourinho took Manchester United to the Europa League final. That guy, Matthias de Ligt, was really, he was the captain of the Ajax team at the time, and we know that team was headed by Eric Ten Hag. They had Andre Onana in it. They had De Jong in it. They had Matthias de Ligt in it. They had some of the very good players who has gone ahead to become very good players. So guys, thank you so much. Drop your informations for customer service. I don't know what you're trying to talk about, but then let us go forward. Yeah. Ten Hag was fired too late. I think that Ten Hag was fired too late because in as much as he did his bit, like I said, people say Ten Hag won the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, and that is not enough reason to say that Ten Hag had a good spell at Manchester United. I don't think that Ten Hag had a good spell at Manchester United. For me, I believe that Ten Hag. Did Manchester United a lot. I don't think that Ten Hag did Manchester United a lot of good. I don't know. I would never subscribe to a manager who thinks that the FA Cup is good enough for Manchester United, or the Carabao Cup is good enough for Manchester United. Manchester United is a team that looks at playing in the Champions League and competing in the Champions League and in the Premier League. I said this yesterday. So I would not be looking at Ten Hag like Ten Hag did much. So do you think Amorim should be given 3 years irrelevant to his result? Football is a game of result, right? Football is a game of result, and I'll tell you what Sir Jim Ratcliffe did. At the time Sir Jim Ratcliffe came out to make that interview, there was too much noise around Manchester United, too much noise around the manager, too much noise around the player, and Sir Jim Ratcliffe understood that if he comes out to make that statement, then it was going to douse all of the noise around Manchester United, and he did that, and it worked. All of the noise doused. All of the media propaganda had to be kept quiet. So the media was all about sack the manager, analyzing the managers, talking all sorts about the manager, and that wasn't going well because it's a matter of time before all of that starts catching up with the manager. All of the noise and all of the pressure, it's a matter of time before they start catching up with the manager. And I think that he actually Sir Jim Ratcliffe actually came out at the right time to make sure that he doused the noise at Manchester United, and that gave the manager some form of relief, some form of stability to go ahead and do his job. And I think that it has given Ruben Amorim some form of good results. Yes. It is not about giving Ruben Amorim 3 years regardless of the result. It's about the timely response from Sir Jim Ratcliffe that actually helped United douse the noise around here. If you had to choose to win the league or Liverpool, Brighton, if you had to choose to win the league, City or Liverpool, I don't know what you mean by City or Liverpool or win the league. This is a Manchester United fan page, and it is only Manchester United that can win the league here now, and not City, not Liverpool. I don't even want Liverpool close to the league. I don't even want Liverpool close to the league at any point. I would not want City either to be close to the league, because City have won the league, I think 6 times in 7, right? Am I right? And I think City has won the league a lot. So I just think that I would allow Arsenal in the league. I would actually let Arsenal win the league instead of City or Liverpool. I would let Arsenal win the league. I don't want Liverpool close to the league. Liverpool has no right. They are not doing anything good or better to win the league at this time. So they should just, I think that Liverpool deserves to be relegated right now. They should end 15th or 16th if it is left for me. So guys, let us look at the game. Let us look at what is happening. Do you think Martinez is being given enough chances. Martinez, Lisandro Martinez is coming back into the team, and I feel like he's doing his. According to Ruben Amorim, Lisandro Martinez is looking sharp and wants to come back into the fray. And he's not. Lisandro Martinez has always taken his chances. Every time that Lisandro Martinez comes on the pitch, he shows why he is one of the favorites to play in the left position of the center back. He shows it every time that he comes out. He comes out to play. So he has the ability, he has the tenacity, he has the passes, he has the range, he has the sight. He's good with the ball. He's press resistant and all of that. So I think that Lisandro Martinez is clear, and he's clear. And I think that if he comes back into that position, it gives Manchester United another form of dynamism, because Luke Shaw will be looking at going into the left wing back position, and that actually gives Manchester United width of the field, because we know what Luke Shaw can give to Manchester United when he plays in that wing back position. Who do you want to bring in next summer transfer window? Before we talk about the next summer transfer window, let us talk about the January transfer window. Manchester United is looking at a couple of midfielders, box-to-box midfielders, central midfielders, who will come in and help Manchester United steady the ship right now. Because if you look at it, we are not playing out from the back anymore. Ruben Amorim has chosen to go long, because he does not want situations where we'll be losing the balls at the back. Yes, we don't want to be losing balls at the back. So we want to be going straight. We want to be going long, because we have players like Benjamin Sesko, who actually is doing very, very well with playing his League Cup play. He's doing really, really well with his League Cup play. So I think that Manchester United in the January transfer window are talking to a lot of central defensive midfielders, and some of the box to box, and we have Angelo Stiller, who Manchester United is looking at. Also, we have Conor Gallagher, we have Adam Wharton, we have Carlos Baleba, we also have Elliot Anderson. These are some of the midfielders that Manchester United are looking at. And when you look at all of these midfielders, they give Manchester United different form of dynamism, whichever we choose. And I think that Conor Gallagher can actually come in this January on loan. I feel like Conor Gallagher can come in this January on loan. That will make him a very good buy, to steady the ship, because right now we cannot just go and get off quality, very, very quality midfielders from different places, because that would be in Manchester United bringing out loads and loads of money. So I think that getting a player on loan to come help steady the ship right now will be an ideal plan for Manchester United. Or we might just go all out and get in a proper box-to-box midfielder to actually come in and help Casemiro in the middle. You say, I personally think Sesko link-up play isn't any better than Zexi. That is a lie. Don't say that again. Benjamin Sesko's link-up play is far better than Joshua Zexi. The reason is this: Benjamin Sesko is a striker, right? Joshua Zexi does not give the vibe of a striker, and when Benjamin Sesko is more decisive, I think that Benjamin Sesko is most decisive. He picks out his passes early enough, and his eye for goal also is important. Why Joshua Zexi, I feel like sometimes he's sluggish, sometimes he's slow to passing. Sometimes he's slow to passing the ball. Sometimes I think he does not have that end. He does not have the end product to complete whatever it is that he started. But Benjamin Sesko has that little bit of quality when he plays, and when he comes in, gets the ball. He has the ability to hold up the ball, play with the midfield, play with the wingers, and also go in to expect to get the ball. So now Joshua Zexi has more of a number 9. Zexi is great at retaining and putting the ball upfield. All right, that is your opinion. That is good. That is good. That is your opinion. At the end of the day, Joshua Zexi and Benjamin Sesko are both Manchester United players, and they are going to give a lot to Manchester United. I like both players. I think that Zexi has not given me all that I want as a striker. He does not have the end product most of the times. When he's through on goal, he does not have the balls to finish them off. Most times I've seen he either passes the ball into the goalkeeper, or he just does not have that ability. Christian F. Young, Baba Alpha, now welcome. Thank you for joining. Yeah, thank you. If you're seeing me for the first time, this is a live broadcast of Manchester United fan page. Kindly click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button, and we have loads of videos in the channel that talks about a lot of topics, different topics about Manchester United, Ruben Amorim, Christopher Vivel, Omar Berada, Jason Wilkos, the players, Ruben Amorim, also Bruno Fernandes, all sorts. We discuss everything about Manchester United. So you can click on the notification button, click on the subscribe button, and Manchester United, everything. It is everything good about Manchester United. So guys, yeah, welcome, kid, welcome everybody, welcome. All right. You say you don't think Sesko is good as people are saying. All right, that is your opinion, and that is actually really, really good. It's your opinion, and your opinion is valid. If you are a Manchester United fan, I know that you and I want the betterment of Manchester United. We want to see Manchester United up there, winning Premier League and Champions League football. That is what we want to see. So all opinions are welcome. So guys, let us go forward. Let us talk about the game against Brighton tomorrow. What we expect to see Ruben Amorim do. If we look at what this guy, what's his name? If we look at what Sean Dyche has come out to say sometime in March, where he said he will play 4-4-2, and if he played 4-4-2 system, that he was going to actually win more games than Ruben Amorim. And if we look at it, Ruben Amorim has said it clearly that you cannot blame Sean Dyche when he said what he said, because nobody can come out and blame Sean Dyche, because at the end of the day, what I think is this: a lot of Manchester United fans agreed with Sean Dyche when he said that. A lot of Manchester United fans shared the same sentiment. A lot of them didn't like the fact that Ruben Amorim was playing the 3-4-3 system and was not getting results. And for that reason, they wanted a change. So if Ruben Amorim if Sean Dyche actually came out to say what he said, then it is understandable. How we understand it, because there is no way you can come out right now and say, Sean Dyche said this. At the time when he said it, Ruben Amorim was not winning games. We were losing games back to back, and it was not looking good. But the only thing that actually made me get stuck to Ruben Amorim was this: Manchester United was not winning games in the Premier League, but we were winning games in Europe, and we were qualifying from round of 16 to the quarterfinal, to the semi-final, and to the final. And I kept asking myself these questions: if we can win games in Europe, why are we not winning games in the Premier League? And I think that separated the Premier League from Europe for me, because I kept looking at it that if we have these same players and we can use them to win Premier League and European football, why are we not winning in the Premier League? And when Ruben Amorim came out to say emphatically, categorically, that he is more concentrated on the Europa League, because winning games in the Premier League does not guarantee Manchester United ending top half of the table or going on relegation. So for that reason, he wants to focus on the Europa League. I thought that made a lot of sense, because somehow we wanted European football and we wanted to qualify for Europe. And to me, I feel like Ruben Amorim did his best to qualify us for Europe, but I'll tell you, it was the best thing that we did not qualify for Europe, because it would have been a disaster going by the squad we have, the squad depth we have, and all of that. So I think that it was okay for Manchester United. Now we are focusing on playing in the league. We are focusing on getting European football. We have one league game every weekend, and it's giving the players a lot of time to rest and actually recover and then go again. So I think that we are good. We are looking. Manchester United is looking good, and a lot of people are talking about. Manchester United not being good enough to compete for the title this season. And I heard a Manchester United fan when he come out to say, "Oh, that Manchester United might just be able to compete in the the compete for the Premier League this season." A lot of people shut him up, and I'm asking, are there parameters to this? Is there something you have to do to actually qualify you to competing in the Premier League, if not being in the top 4 position? What else do you need? Let us look at it this way. Manchester United plays Nottingham Forest, gets a win against Nottingham Forest, and then gets into the top 4, and they go to Tottenham and get a result against Tottenham, and then they are guaranteed in the top 4. Do you think that Manchester United shouldn't be making a claim in the Premier League? Do you think that they should still remain humble and keep telling you that, oh, we are not good enough to qualify in the to compete in the Premier League. We are not good enough to go for the title. We are not good enough. How else can you show that you can actually give a go at something? We can't settle for Europa League. It's only Arsenal and Man City can finish above us at the end of the season, bro. Please, we are going to Europa. We are not going to Europa. We are going to Champions League next season. Jesus. All right. Mayor said. Mayor have said it clearly. Manchester United is not a team that settles for Europa League. So and the only way we can actually go and play in the Champions League is to compete for the title. That is very, very simple. We have to compete for the title, and that is the only way we can actually play in the European Champions League. Look at the top 4. The top 4 are teams that. The top 4 are usually teams who had a go at the title. And Manchester United, if we are able to get into that top 4, there is no reason why we cannot have a go for the title. There is no reason why we cannot dream. There is no reason why we cannot want to dream of the title. So we are looking good. We are obviously favorites to win the Nottingham Forest game. We are favorite to win that game. And if we look at the game again, the Nottingham Forest game, it's a two-way thing. Sean Dyche with his players might decide to go and play low block against Manchester United, and that would present a different form of test for Manchester United with Ruben Amorim. I know that Ruben Amorim actually is a very, very smart person, and he knows that with Sean Dyche and how the team is right now, they would likely want to play low block. They would not readily want to come out and have a go at Manchester United, because Manchester United have the attack that can demolish any attack right now in the Premier League. So what the best thing that they can do right now is to go on the low block, set up to go on the low block and hit Manchester United on the counter. They have players like Morgan Gibbs-White, right? And they have, I think, Chris Wood. I think they have players who actually can. I think they have Awoni there. So I think that they have players that can actually give Manchester United some pace. So guys, we have to do something. Ruben Amorim knows that he has to do something. He has to actually fight for that, for the balls, and actually get Manchester United going to score goals against Brentford. Yes, we have to actually fight for the balls. The game is happening tomorrow. I don't know if you guys will be available for us to do a watch along. We can analyze the game as the game progresses. Yes. We have almost all our players back. Mason Mount is fit. I think Nons Mazarawi is fit. I think what's his name? I think Nuz Mazraoui is fit. Mason Mount is fit. I also think that what's his name? What was this? All Manchester United players are fit except Harry Maguire, who the manager says he is not sure of. He does not know anything about Harry Maguire. So if we look at all of the players fit, then we might be seeing Mason Mount come in. We might be seeing Benjamin Sesko actually play a different role for Manchester United. What do you think about the game? Who do you think Manchester United might be play? Who do you think Ruben Amorim might be choosing to come out to face Nottingham Forest tomorrow? Do we actually need to press Nottingham Forest? Do we need to press them? Do we or are they going to be on a low block? Manchester United would have to find a way to get and to have to break their low block and get goals, right? So whichever way, Manchester United actually have to deal with Nottingham Forest in a different way. It presents a different style of play, a different pattern, and this is what Ruben Amorim has always talked about. You know, he has talked about Manchester United having to face every team differently, you know, so that will determine the type of players. Ruben Amorim has also made it very, very clear that Manchester United, with him, Manchester United does not have a favorite 11 or anything that called first 11, because every game requires a different style of play. And with the players starting to key in into the 3-4-3 system, we might just see Ruben Amorim being able to tweak his formation at every given time. You know that in the last days of the league, in the last days of last season, Ruben Amorim came out to say one thing clearly. He said that when he came in and Manchester United won a game of football, he told them the storm is coming. And right now, after the league ended, he came out to say that the good days are coming. And now that we have seen clearly what this team can do and how with Ruben Amorim, that the good days are coming. Actually, the good days are near, and Manchester United might just have turned the corner. Yes, a win against Nottingham Forest might give Manchester United that belief that they have turned the corner, and it is going to be a really, really interesting one. So if we look at it, we look like the team that can just go ahead and get that win over Nottingham Forest. Yes, I think Nottingham Forest have conceded 17 goals in 9 games. That is massive, and that is massive. Then we know that it is almost very difficult for Nottingham Forest to keep a clean sheet. And with a team like Manchester United firing on all cylinders, we might just be able to get early goals from them. And also our defensive discipline has to come to play. It is very, very important that Manchester United is disciplined defensively. Also, let us look at Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro, what they bring to Manchester United, what they bring to that team. It is very, very important to look at these two players, Bruno and Casemiro, what they bring to Manchester United. In the game against Liverpool, we saw that the game against Sunderland, we saw that Bruno Fernandes was all about steadying the play, slowing it down, controlling the play, making sure that every other place, every other game, every other part of the pitch was being controlled, right? That was evident in the game against Spurs. And then in the game against Liverpool, we saw him always trying to make sure that I know that it was very easy for Liverpool to actually go through our midfield most times, but he was also very instrumental at creating some sort of roadblock for Liverpool not to actually have that freeway. They got in many of the times, but also I think that it was a learning curve for Bruno Fernandes going forward. Against Brighton and Hove Albion, we also saw that the middle of the park was a little bit open until Manchester United got that goal, and they had to lock it up and make sure that the Brighton players were not able to get the ball going with their midfielders. Manchester United had to always cluster around them, always creating that extra man around where the ball is. Whether we are with the ball or they are with the ball, we always had that extra man that can be very instrumental at winning the ball back and recycle possession. So I think that Manchester United have done very well. Ruben Amorim has actually implemented different strategies at different games, and this is what a lot of people do not know about. When they come outside always to talk about, look at the Ruben Amorim is tweaking his formation now, and I'm asking, where were you from the beginning of this season? Ruben Amorim has always tweaked his formation. Arsenal fans are very, very funny people. I was talking to an Arsenal fan earlier today, when I talked about, that come on, Manchester United can have a go at the Premier League. We can have a go, and this guy says that Manchester United is not good enough to go for the league, and I'm wondering why. Why do you think that Manchester United is not good enough to go for the league? Why do you think so? If Manchester United is good enough to enter the top 4, then we are good enough to go for the league. What are you saying? Are there criteria to going for the top and for the league? There are no criteria. So Manchester United is able and capable to go for the league. So you have to actually understand it, right? So I think that the game against Nottingham Forest would have to open up a lot of things. Now let us discuss some of the transfers that we can be getting in. I want you all to actually answer this question with me. Adam Wharton, Carlos Baleba, Elliot Anderson, Angelo Stiller, and Adam Wharton, Elliot Anderson, Carlos Baleba, Angelo Stiller. So tell me, which of these players do you think would come in and fit into Manchester United properly? Adam Wharton, Angelo Stiller, Carlos Baleba, Elliot Anderson, Conor Gallagher. Who do you think? Tell me, which of these players do you think will be able to come into Manchester United and steady the ship? I want to know from you what you think. I want to know from you what you think. Who do you think? Which of these players do you think will come into Manchester United and be very, very good? I want to know what you think. Adam Wharton, Carlos Baleba, Angelo Stiller, Elliot Anderson, Conor Gallagher. Tell me. I want to see it in the comment section. Who do you think would be the best buy for Manchester United in the midfield department? Who do you think would be the best buy? I want to see your comments. I want to have an idea of what you think. What do you think? Bro, I go for Carlos Baleba. This guy fits small and perfect. Guy, do you know that Carlos Baleba has not been performing this season? Like, he's not been performing. I don't know. We have to be very, very sure of his mentality, right? Because if you look at the mentality of Carlos Baleba, Manchester United came for him last season, right? Manchester United came for him last season, and because we did not get him, that actually affected him, and that is making him not perform. And for me, I thought that somebody like Carlos Baleba should be performing for Manchester United. Should be performing for Brighton and Hove Albion. At least he should be giving Manchester United an idea of what we are missing. He should be able to I wanted to see that dedication in him. He's being paid. He's being paid at Brighton. So, and without Brighton, Manchester United would not have seen him. So what I think that he should be doing is fighting. He should be fighting for a good football at Brighton. to actually let Manchester United know that we are missing something, to motivate Manchester United to actually come back for him. Man City, to actually make Manchester United come back for him. It is very, very important. But I'm looking at the mentality of this player. This player played very well last season. This season he's not performing, and all fingers are pointing to Manchester United not being able to complete the transfer last season, and that has affected him. That to me is weak mentality. That to me is weak mentality, because you are supposed to be showing us what exactly you are made of, even though you have not started playing for Manchester United, or Manchester United have not been able to complete the transfer of this player. I think that Carlos Baleba, should be showing what Manchester United are missing with not getting him last summer. That is what I think that Carlos Baleba should be doing. I thought that all of these missed performances that he's having now has to do with his mentality. And then, as we know, Jason Wickers has stated it clearly that we have to be going for players who have the mentality to actually absorb the pressure. The reason for his poor performances is the transfer saga last summer from Man United. He's young guy. It's not easy for him to handle the pressure around the scenario he will do. That's the thing. If he cannot handle the pressure of Manchester United coming for him, how do you think he will handle the pressure of playing for Manchester United? How do you think? What makes you believe that a player who is not playing for Manchester United yet could not handle the pressure of his name being mentioned around Manchester United? He could not handle the pressure of Manchester United speaking to him and making their interest known that they want to get him. He could not handle all those pressure. How do you think that he can come into Manchester United and be able to play and handle the pressure at Manchester United? The pressure at Manchester United is massive. It is a massive one. So how do you think that this guy would actually come to Manchester United and perform? His talent is not being talked about. I'm not talking about his talent. He has shown it that he's a talented midfielder. He's very good. He's tenacious. He's strong. He can move with the ball and all of that. Actually, really fine. But the question is right now, why is it that his name was mentioned alongside Manchester United, and then he cannot perform anymore? That's a red flag for me. That's a problem. Are you ignoring my... Oh, that's why you're a Man United fan. Who be this one? So guys, I just want to let you know that, with such a mentality, I don't think that Manchester United I don't think that he would handle the pressure at Manchester United, because the pressure at Manchester United is very high. It is enormous. It is actually nerve-wracking, and besides, he wanted to play for Man. His heart is all set. Yes, we understand that, but a professional should be a professional. A professional should understand that if it did not work out, if you say work out, that does not mean you cannot perform for your present team. You're still being paid by Brighton. So why can't you perform for your team? Because there was a transfer saga, then you cannot be able to give your 100% to the team you're playing for. That is a red flag for me. I think so. Because, okay, what if he comes to Manchester United and he does not perform in his first 2-3 games, and the whole noise starts coming up? Won't he be able to manage it? What will he say because of the noise that he cannot perform? These are the things I'm looking at, and I'm thinking that guy, he needs that mentality. He needs that top level mentality to understand that football, to keep the noise away from him. I know that most African players, going through the ranks, wants to play for teams like Chelsea, teams like Arsenal, Manchester United, Real Madrid, Barcelona, and the rest of them. But then, when the move is not here yet, you have to, keep your head together. You have to keep calm and actually go for what just give it a fight, give it a shot. You don't have to just let it go. You don't have to just go down. No. So for me, I've seen Carlos Baleba play. I've seen Adam Wharton play. I've seen Angelo Stiller play. I think I've seen a little bit of Elliot Anderson, right? Yes, and I know Conor Gallagher. I know Conor Gallagher. I've known him for a very long time, even before he came to play for Chelsea. I know him. And I think that among all of them, Conor Gallagher is more of the mature candidate to play. Yes, to play for Manchester United. I think Conor Gallagher is more of the mature candidate. But then again, I still feel, yes, that I still feel that Adam Wharton and Angelo Stiller will be the favorites. That is what I feel. Adam Wharton, Angelo Stiller. If you watch Adam Wharton for Crystal Palace, the calm, he brings lots of calm to the team, and he's very keen on playing forward passes. You know, he's very, very keen on playing forward passes, right? I think that Adam Wharton he breaks play very effectively, and he's very good at playing forward passes. And I think that the difference between Adam Wharton and Angelo Stiller, the difference between Adam Wharton and Angelo Stiller, the difference between Adam Wharton and Angelo Stiller is this. Angelo Stiller can play those defense splitting passes. You know, he has an eye for goal. You know, he can play those defense splitting passes, and he can also score, right? You know, he can play those defense splitting passes, and he can, and you know, this thing, listen, Carlos Baleba is a tenacious player. You know, he can pick up the ball and drive into the attack. You know, he can pick up the ball, he can drive into the attack, he can shoot, he can pass. You know, he can help the attack, right? This is not something that is easily obtainable with Adam Wharton and Angelo Stiller. No, it is not something that is easily obtainable. But then Angelo Stiller is more of the kind of guy that, you know, puts in those defense splitting passes. You know, he can pick up an attacker who is through on goal, right? He can pick up anybody who is through on goal, and he can make it happen, right? And Adam Wharton is a kind of guy that brings control to the game. Adam Wharton can win balls, you know, stop attacks, you know, win ball, break them, you know, play with his midfield, and actually put in those forward passes to create goal scoring opportunities. That is it for Adam Wharton. That is how I see Adam Wharton play. He brings a lot of calm to the game, and he knows how to spread the ball left, right, center, and all of that, you see. And Angelo Stiller goes a little forward to actually put in those defense splitting passes. You understand? And when we look at Carlos Baleba, he has the ability to drive with the ball. You know, he has the ability to join the attack. You know, play, and he has the tank to run back and, you know, actually defend. So if you look at the three of them, they offer Manchester United three different qualities. Yeah, but for me, the reason why I say that the mentality of Carlos Baleba is what I think would make me not actually look at him. The mentality of Carlos Baleba, because I don't understand why he should not, because he can be, Carlos Baleba can be called a one-season wonder. That is what he can be called, a one-season wonder, because look at the lives of N'Golo Kante. Look at the likes of Claude Makalele. Look at those guys. They actually are really, really good. Not one season, not two, not three seasons. You know, players like Michael Essien. They are not. They are guys who actually gave everything and played proper football. So if Adam Wharton, Amorim system plays about energy, not calm playing football. That's why I always go for Baleba. No. Yes, Amorim system is about energy. Also, Amorim system demands balance. When we are playing against a low block team, we cannot always be aggressive. We cannot always be running, because it demands balance also. You have to create that balance. You know, there are players who do not run with the ball. The ball works for them. The ball runs for them. They don't run with the ball. These are the different things you should understand. Carlos Baleba can run with the ball into the 18-yard box, while Adam Wharton can play the pass into the 18-yard box. These are different things, right? Angelo Stiller can play that pass into that place. Then Carlos Baleba is the kind of guy that will move with the ball and decide to run into that place to look for a pass to play. So these are different people, but they are all still going to give the same quality at Manchester United. And what is that quality? Break plays. This is the reason why we are looking for a box-to-box midfielder, someone who can break the plays and actually help recycle possession and then go on the attack, right? And Carlos Baleba is good. I'm not saying he's not good, yes, but then I am bothered about his mentality. Then Adam Wharton, Angelo Stiller, and Elliot Anderson. Elliot Anderson is also like Carlos Baleba. He can carry the ball, he can put in those passes, and he can arrive late in the middle of the box, and that is what in the around the 18-yard box, and that is another level. But then it is important, no matter what manner of formation you are playing, it is important to have control. You need to have control. Look at Bruno Fernandes, what he's doing. He does not. Bruno Fernandes used to be the guy that when he gets the ball, he wants to put in the pass. But right now, he's the kind of guy that wants to bring control. He's telling everybody to calm down. If you watch him against Sunderland, you will see him throwing his hand, telling people to calm down, taking the ball and playing one or two passes, making sure that you create that calmness around the team. It is very important. There is no way you can play press 90 minutes. There should be some level of calmness, there should be some level of retreat, there should be some level of replanning. There is no surrender, but there is a retreat and replan, and then you hit. You understand? Because if you are energetic the whole time, there will be time you get tired. The opponent would actually get a time where they will have a go at you, and they are actually going to get one over you. West Ham Brazilian midfielder Paqueta is also looked into this morning. Yes, I've talked about that. Yes, West Ham midfielder Paqueta. Of course, even listen, Carlos Baleba and Adam Wharton are all England proven players, are all British Premier League proven players. And there was a time I also said it, that I would prefer the two of them at Manchester United, right? I also said it, that I would prefer Carlos Baleba and Adam Wharton at Manchester United. If Carlos Baleba is doing that dirty work, Adam Wharton is there creating the control, bringing the control. Now, Carlos Baleba can drive in knowing that somebody is sitting behind for him, right? And Adam Wharton can actually do the work knowing that Carlos Baleba can take up the ball and move in. I actually said it one time. And yes, we are looking at Lucas Paqueta, Solomon Thompson. Yes, welcome. We are looking at Lucas Paqueta. Yes, I've said it here. Yes, yeah, I think you're just coming. I said it here that we are looking at Lucas Paqueta, and he will be a very great addition in case we lose Brian Mbeumo. In case we lose Brian Mbeumo, Lucas Paqueta can come in and actually be a very good addition to Manchester United. This morning, I think they are trying to hold talks, and as it is now, Manchester United is an attractive football club. A lot of players will be attracted to come playing for Manchester United. A lot of them, and you cannot take away anything from them right now, because 3 wins out of 3. The noise no be here. Everywhere in Manchester United, there is no way any Manchester United fan where you see now they laugh. Any Manchester United fan where you see now, they shine it. You get. I want Stiller or Carragher this January. I think that Carragher will make a lot more sense to me. Stiller can be a main buy for us, because he's just like Adam Wharton. The only thing he has over Adam Wharton is his ability to play those defense splitting passes. Those passes, those type of passes that all those off the ball runs, and you get him. Steeler knows how to play those type of passes. So I think that Steeler will be a main buy. Carragher, I think we can get Carragher on loan this January. I'll be happy. I'll be actually happy with it. If we can get Carragher on loan, I will be ecstatic. That would mean that Manchester United would have a little bit of solidity in that midfield. And what's his name? Casemiro can actually roam about a little bit more, and we might just see Bruno Fernandes going back into that number 10 position, and it will be massive, because imagine make Bruno they play with Cunha for all. Ewo, Baba, you go see through pass, you go tire. You go see, like, imagine, look at the flair. Imagine the flair. Look, please, I'm begging Man you not to go for Steeler. He's not that good. He can't make it in English. The only thing will go make me agree, Mayor, the only thing will go make me agree with you for this thing, we say, I dey always fear foreign players, especially the ones where they come from Germany. I dey always fear them. They might just come to England and they go begin sleep. See Florian Wirtz, where Liverpool go carry now. So that's the reason why I will agree with you. I go agree with you on that point, because that's a very, very valid point. If we don't look at plenty of them, Naeem, welcome. Yes, welcome guys, welcome. At least if you're seeing me for the first time, please click on. I'm fine, Naeem. Please click on the notification button. Click on the subscribe button. Thank you for joining. With additional bodies in the midfield, European qualification is sure. Exactly. But say, even if we get Steeler at this moment, we can also boast that we can play him in Europe. We feel they use and they play for Europe, right? Because if you check them, even while we were not doing well in the Premier League, we were doing well in Europe with all of those players. So we can actually have Steeler be able to play in Europe if Manchester United remain adamant. Because I will tell you, Wilkos and Christopher Viver, they want this guy. They want Angelo Steeler. They want, and I already subscribed to you 5 days ago. Thank you. Woo! Thank you, Naeem. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate that. Yeah, and you can also share the video. You can also, preach the gospel. This is Manchester United fan. Everything we do here is talk about Manchester United. It's all love from me to you. And I'll tell you something for real. Now, because of you guys, I always come here. Tomorrow we are going to be playing Nottingham Forest, and it is the first time that I would be, we will come here after the game. We are going to come here and discuss. We are going to come here and discuss the game, and I want us to discuss the game very happy. Also, I want to tell you something, guys. If you're on TikTok, I'm also on TikTok, and you can get me out at Elder Football TV. It is Elder Football TV. Elder Football TV. You will see this my face on these things. It's Elder Football TV on TikTok. We also do go live on TikTok, and that place you are allowed to come into the box and have your say, right? And if we finish here, we will be going over to TikTok, because we have to also talk to our TikTok people. Thank you guys for joining here. Solomon Thompson, Naeem, Mayor, I hurt you guys for real. I'll hurt you guys for real. Like, I'm telling you the real. I hurt you guys for real. You guys are actually one of the reasons why I come here, just so that we can have these discussions about Manchester United and talk about every other thing that has to do with Manchester United. I enjoy your contributions. I enjoy the questions and everything that you actually bring to this channel. It is all love from here. I want to know, because before, we will not be live. We will not be live again until after the game. What are your predictions for the game? What are your predictions for the game against Nottingham Forest? What do you think? What do you think will be are we going to win against Forest? For sure. We don't have any reason to lose. OZYT edits. We don't have any reason to lose. Manchester United is getting the win at the City ground. We are getting the win. Yeah, winning away. We know how to win away, so we have to win away. Bro, we always back you all the time. Amazing seeing you here. Thank you so much, Mayor. Thank you so much, Mayor. I appreciate you so much. Like, I've noticed you here. I appreciate you so much. Mbuemo scoring 2, I think. Naim, my prediction is 3-1 for us. Forest to score 1 goal. I know I don't want Forest to score. I want Sani Lamens to have another clean sheet after Sunderland. I want him to have a clean sheet. I want Sani Lamens to have clean sheets. Okay, Forest 1, Man U 3. Okay, that is a good one. Listen, Mayor, if this prediction is correct, if you dey Naija, you go win something. Mayor, if this prediction correct, if you dey Naija, you go win something. Crazy YT edit says, okay, OZ YT edit says 2-0, 2-0. Okay, Mayor 3-1, Naim 3-1, OZYT edits 2-0. Me, I'm going for 3-0. I don't want Nottingham Forest to score any goal against us at all. I want Sani Lamens to have 1 more clean sheet so that we can actually be looking at him getting maybe goalkeeper of the month, if there's anything like that, so that he can get goalkeeper of the month at least, guys. Okay, I want you guys to tell me, on a scale of 1 to 10, tomorrow game will be 10 games, and you know that we play about how many games? We play 38 matches, right? I think we play 38 matches. If we play the first 10 games, now that will be first quarter of the games. I want to know how would you rate Ruben Amorim in the first quarter of his full debut of his debut season? How would you rate Ruben Amorim for this whole time? Imagine if we score 99-0. 99. Okay, OZYT edit. Is Amorim scoring? Is Amorim getting the manager of the month? See, listen. It is about voting. And if you want Amorim to win, you have to vote on the Premier League website, right? And I think that if we vote, we are going to win. But I think that Mikel Arteta deserves it. 3 wins, no goal. He did not concede any goal. You get 3 wins. Mikel Arteta did not concede any goal in the month of October. So I think that Mikel Arteta deserves it more. Manchester United conceded goals. But we had the same 3 wins as them, but they did not concede goals. We conceded goals. So I think that Mikel Arteta would deserve it. And also, I think that Brian Mbeumo is the player of the month, right? EA player of the month. EA Sports player of the month. I think it's Brian Mbeumo. I think because he got, I voted for Ruben Amorim as player. Nice one, Naim. Nice one. That is it. We have to support Manchester United everywhere. I also voted Ruben Amorim as the manager of the month. I voted him. I want him to win it. Yes, it is about voting. So if you're a Manchester United fan, you go into the website and you vote for Ruben Amorim and Brian Mbeumo. I voted Brian Mbeumo for the player of the month, and I voted Ruben Amorim for the manager of the month. So you guys can go there and actually put in your votes. And also, after the game against Nottingham Forest, we will be here to give our player ratings, right? Yes, we will be here to give analysis and then we'll give player ratings tomorrow. So we are going to do it live. I expect every one of us to be here so that we can actually enjoy the weekend. And if Manchester United win against Nottingham Forest, we are going to pop champagne. We are going to pop champagne. So guys, an Amorim manager of the month. Yes. Mayor says that he rates Ruben Amorim 6/10 so far this season. What are you rating Ruben Amorim? The first 10 games. What are you rating Ruben Amorim? Over 10. How are you rating him? Solomon, I feel Amorim should win because we had the toughest opponent facing the big four teams. Wasn't easy to be top 6. Exactly the point. We played the top 4 teams. We played Chelsea. We got a win over Chelsea. We played Liverpool. We got a win over Liverpool. We played Arsenal. We played better than Arsenal, even though we lost that game. And we played Man City, whom I thought that they were very good against us, and they got the win, right? So I think that if we look at it, we had tougher opponents, and we managed to come 6th after playing all of them. I think that the Brighton game was the icing on the cake, and now we have to play Nottingham Forest. That would open up another door to another level of confidence for us. For me, Ruben Amorim so far this season, 7.8/10. Yes, I agree with you, 7.8. You know, the reason why I'm agreeing with you is because we played a lot of very, very serious games this season. A lot of serious games this season. And for Ruben Amorim to be 8, for Ruben Amorim to be 6, and just 2 points, 3 points off the top, 6 points off the first person in first position. That is actually massive. That is actually massive. Solomon gives him 7/10. Naim gives him 7.8/10. Ozzy Whitey Edith gives him 7/10. I agree with you guys, 7/10. If you're here and you're seeing me for the first time, please click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button. This is a Manchester United fan page. Kindly rate Ruben Amorim's performance in the first 9 games of the season. Rate Ruben Amorim's performance and give me your prediction. Give me your prediction of the game tomorrow. What do you expect of the game tomorrow? Manchester United. I am predicting Manchester United to win that game 3-0. Did you guys hear what Ruben Amorim said? Ruben Amorim said that when Brian Mbeumo scored the 3rd goal, he has never witnessed Old Trafford in that level before. The noise was deafening. He said Old Trafford changed. With the 3rd goal, Old Trafford changed. He's not seen anything like that before. And that is why we are the best club in the world, because we know how to support, and then we know how to celebrate. And that is why we are the best club in the world, and that is why we are Manchester United. So guys, I think yes, we've done at least 1 hour here, and we've talked about the game against Nottingham Forest. We've talked about the possible signings we might do in January. I know that we will still talk more about it going forward. Also, we've discussed Ruben Amorim, we've discussed the board and everything. So guys, thank you everybody for coming. I appreciate your presence here. Like I said, Elder Football TV on TikTok. Elder Football TV on TikTok. You can catch me over there. And yes, Elder Football TV on TikTok. Yes, he said the aura was massive. Like, he's never seen anything like that. Like, everything changed. If you noticed Mayor, if you noticed you could see lots of flags. Some of Ruben Amorim, some of Matheus Cunha, some of Benjamin Sesko, some of Brian Mbeumo. Like, it was so massive. Like, in my mind, I was like, Old Trafford is back. And Ruben Amorim is going to witness massive celebrations that he's not seen it before, especially on Champions League nights. Like, he's going to see what other people see when they tell you that the atmosphere at Old Trafford is mad. He's going to see it. And like I've always said, I'm backing Ruben Amorim 100, right? I know he's going to do it. So, guys, I'll see you again after the game tomorrow. I'm backing Manchester United to win 3-0, and I hope that when we come back here, we are going to be celebrating. Peace. See you again. See you again tomorrow. Bye bye, everyone.